I just don't know if you actually have what it takes to be an artist. At least a true one.
You're gonna fail.
That's what she is, a failure.
You're a fake.
A fake.
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 More rock slides and road closures on Pacific Coast Highway. What to expect on your route this week.
Lower speed limits and more proposed traffic calming presented at last night's City Council meeting.
Plus, the latest on the morning run that turned into a frightening encounter in the middle of Malibu for the Pepperdine women's cross-country team.
And looking forward to this weekend's Dance in Flight performance. News at 5 starts now.
Malibu's only live newscast. This is NewWaves 32, live.
Another traffic stopping rock slide and safety measures in the works for PCH. Good evening, I'm Norm Moriarty.
And I'm Zoe Hunt. Welcome to NewWaves. We begin with more trouble for PCH as another rock slide shuts down a portion of the highway. NewWaves 32 reporter Joe Allgood is live near Big Rock with the latest. Joe, this slide is looking significant. How's the traffic over there?
Yeah, it's flowing a bit smoother than it was yesterday, but as you can see, Caltrans still has barriers up, and they've got 2 lanes blocked off behind me to protect from falling rocks.
A risky situation following recent rain. Rock slides like the one by the Big Rock intersection continue to tumble onto Malibu's roadways. City officials discussed the Big Rock slide at Monday night's council meeting, saying Malibu is still in a threat period for slides.
Even if we look outside and we see clear weather, we're still in a risk situation here.
As Caltrans works to secure the fractured slope above, westbound traffic is being diverted away from the slide through one lane in the median. Both 2 eastbound lanes are reopened, easing traffic since Monday morning.
Coming up from the tunnel to Big Rock Drive took me about half an hour in a car. Probably would have been faster on a bike.
Crews put up protective K-rails to block further debris from spilling into the open lanes, and they'll be permanent until Caltrans can fully assess the situation. The Transportation Department has geologists assessing the slope with drones for further fracturing.
Our maintenance crews and other divisions have been very busy.
The rocks are continuing to fall even today.
They might not look like too much from afar, but as you can tell by this one at my feet, they're pretty sizable. And that's a small one.
Big Rock residents say they noticed a steady trickle of small rocks since last week, and city council leaders caution that Malibu is going to continue to have issues with slides as hills dry out.
We could get more of them because more rocks are going to be loose and they may come coming down.
With this, Caltrans and the city urge motorists to be careful.
You know, it's Mother Nature as far as the hillsides go and saturation and rainstorms. And so we just ask people to be cautious and, you know, if they're concerned, then please, you know, seek alternate routes.
Caltrans still doesn't have an ETA on when these 2 lanes behind me might open up all the way, but with the risk of further rock slides, it doesn't seem like it's going to be anytime soon. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Joe, for that report. The City Council receives important updates on proposed PCH safety measures. Key traffic calming measures were discussed at last night's City Council meeting, including a 35-mile-per-hour speed limit, more signs, and DUI checkpoints. With the addition of 3 new CHP officers since January, 408 speeding tickets have been issued. A heat map presented shows the most deadly stretches of PCH in red, most notably the stretch from Big Rock Drive to Pepperdine. City leaders focused on redesigning PCH through Malibu from a high-speed highway to a slower boulevard.
It's a town. It's not a segment of a highway, and we need to focus not on safety for the traffic, but safety for the people.
Caltrans has historically limited the city in implementing safety measures. Malibu's new focus is doing what it can under Caltrans jurisdiction and passing measures that don't require Caltrans cooperation. Another issue discussed was parking. Later in the show, what can and should change for people who have to park along PCH for work. The solutions proposed for the often dangerous situation.
There's a new bill that may slow down drivers on PCH. Last night, the City Council approved to send a letter of support regarding Senate Bill 1509. This bill designates a 2-point violation against someone's driver's license if they are going 26 miles or more above the speed limit. The council believes this is a critical bill to encourage safer driving, as it only takes 4 points for individuals to lose their license.
And an intense encounter for runners in Malibu. Gabrielle Salgado joins us live from the center town with the details. Gabby, what can you...
Yes, the Pepperdine women's track team frequently trains here in the heart of Malibu. Last week, their workout turned into a frightening situation.
The Lost Hills Sheriff's Department is looking to apprehend a man suspected of harassing members of the Pepperdine women's track team. 5 members of the team say they were together running near the Malibu Lagoon last Tuesday morning around 7 a.m. when they encountered the man.
I am not sure exactly what provoked him to charge after us in the first place, but I do know that this is unacceptable.
Junior Eden Mittelsdorf says she came into contact with the man 3 times in the span of 45 minutes as he continued to verbally threaten her.
Like he was after us, he was looking for us.
Mittelsdorf, who reported the incident to Malibu City Council members Monday night, says the team first came into contact with the man at Malibu Lagoon, then again near Legacy Park when trying to return to campus. The team then ran to the Country Mart where the man approached the women near Alfred's Coffee.
We were waiting at Alfred's for a while, and then he snuck up on us again.
The women say they called the Lost Hills Sheriff's Station for help multiple times throughout the incident. Sheriff Chris Soderlund says there was confusion about which agency was responding.
Also, the incident in the lagoon was the California State Parks officers' jurisdiction.
Sheriff Chris Soderlund said deputies were in contact with the women the next morning and an investigation is underway. City leaders say people running should be safe in Malibu.
I believe it's our responsibility to protect our community.
Council member Mary Ann Riggins pushed for a more coordinated approach to safety.
Work with Pepperdine, work with state parks, work with the sheriff's deputies to get a more cohesive unit, so no matter where you are in the city or just outside the city, that safety level is there.
As for now, Mittelsdorf says she and her teammates will be running in a different location.
For right now, I think we're gonna stay away from Legacy and like the Malibu Country Mart area.
The Sheriff's Department is conducting an investigation into the incident and will present the case to the district attorney. Once the case is filed, the sheriff will be able to apprehend the man. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you for that update, Gabrielle. The Sheriff's Department is also rolling out a new program to make crime fighting more efficient and quicker. They are asking residents and businesses to enroll in the camera registry program, but there has been some public confusion regarding the logistics. The program does not grant the sheriffs access to anyone's camera. Instead, when a crime occurs, the department will pull up a map of all registered cameras nearby. Those residents will then be asked to check their cameras for evidence and upload footage.
The Topanga Lagoon will soon undergo a restoration project, and the Resource Conservation District wants your feedback. The project will widen the mouth of the now 1-acre lagoon by 6 acres and reconstruct the existing PCH bridge. The lagoon is slowly taking out the Adamson House. The widening of the area is expected to take between 5 and 8 years and could cause long-term closure of one lane on PCH. The RCD has created a draft of the environmental impact report for the project and is seeking feedback from the public. The draft can be found on TopangalagoonRestoration.org. Public comment will be accepted online and via email until April 12th.
There are new regulations for apartment and condo buildings. The Exterior Elevated Elements Ordinance went into place following a 2015 deadly balcony collapse in Berkeley. To ensure safety, the ordinance requires property owners of multiple family buildings with 3 or more units to participate in inspections of balconies and other elevated areas. The deadline for first inspections is January 1st, 2025. Malibu is hosting multiple informational town halls, one of which took place just a few hours ago today. A new safety measure received city approval,
where a new traffic signal aims to improve pedestrian and driver safety.
Plus, a community favorite returns to Calabasas. The community center opens its doors after 4 years of renovations.
And the wonder of dance, one of Pepperdine's longest traditions, prepares to take center stage. Stick with us for this and more.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book can be the first element, helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. Calabasas' recreation destination is set to reopen Saturday. 4 years after being closed during the pandemic, the cherished Calabasas Community Center is back. The newly renovated 30,000 square foot recreation space will offer an open play gymnasium, fitness and art classes, and event spaces. Recreational sports leagues and tournaments will also resume. Saturday's grand opening ceremony will have pickleball games, food trucks, and a live DJ. I don't know if we heard this, but did we hear warmer weather is on the way, Mary? What can you tell us about this week's forecast?
Yes, Nora, I'm so excited to tell you that warmer weather is headed our way in Malibu. It is so exciting. Frequent storms this spring did take their toll on Malibu. Flooding and rock slides led to frequent road closures and canceled school, but spring is here and so is the sunshine. Today in Malibu, we have clear skies with a high of 69 degrees and a low of 53 degrees. Wind speeds are around 8 miles per hour right now, and the Santa Ana winds continue raging through the week, reaching 23 miles per hour on Thursday. Taking a look inland, Thousand Oaks and Agora Hills are also getting some sun with the week, with temperatures as high as 70 degrees, and we will see the same conditions in Calabasas as well as Santa Monica with their highs in the low 70s and lows in the low 50s. Due to high humidity, the fire risk is very low this week, and the surf is looking fair today, with waves reaching 2 to 3 feet high. The waves are looking pretty glassy right now, but do note that there is a high wind advisory in place until Thursday afternoon that has the ability to change these conditions for the rest of this week. We'll see clear to partly cloudy skies with high wind temperatures. Temperatures will stay around the high 60s and low 70s, but be prepared for stronger winds this weekend, which will reach up to 12 miles per hour, as well as more cloud coverage. So get out and take advantage of this sunshine before the heavy winds come into town.
Wind for me is ponytail weather because hair down is just tornado. So you're already ready for the wind, I can see, but I'm glad that warm weather is coming back.
Exactly. It's going to be a bit windy on Thursday, so we have a couple days, but yes, get those ponytails up and ready.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much, Mary.
Of course.
The Planning Commission approves a new PCH crosswalk. The project will replace the current flashing yellow beacons with a new pedestrian traffic signal. This is near Colony House Liquor at 22521 PCH. The city hopes this project will lower the risk of rear-end collisions from sudden stopping and harm to pedestrians.
For many here in Malibu, PCH is the main or only road to get from point A to point B. I spoke with employees who work along PCH about their safety concerns while trying to park. PCH, a highway cutting directly through Malibu, is known for its touristy views, but for those who work and live on PCH, it is an everyday danger they are constantly aware of.
I won't open my car door until I make sure no one's driving by.
For employees on PCH like Jimena Alvarez, getting to work requires extensive planning to make sure they are staying safe.
I try to always park on the side of the pier so that I can avoid crossing.
Many employees are not given designated parking spots.
A lot of us have to walk over a mile just to get here sometimes.
Although getting to work seems like something that should be simple, it is quite the opposite for workers such as Graham O'Connor, who are faced with the dangerous reality of PCH.
Definitely it's something that we all have to think about every day to get to work safely and home safely.
Malibu City Public Safety Director Susan Duenas said parking availability and safety have been long-going issues.
We've been yelling, and the community, everybody, we need help.
Although the city is currently highly motivated to make positive change to PCH, finding alternatives to the current parking situation has been a difficult battle.
There's only so much room. It's not that wide in some areas, right?
But employees on PCH want to see solutions after years of seeing accidents.
I had a barista who was riding his motorcycle home from work, got a mile away, and, someone pulling out of a parking spot didn't see him.
Duenas believes private businesses are also the ones responsible for their employees' safety.
I think that's, to some degree, incumbent on the private businesses to come up with ideas like that.
But the issue isn't just parking, it's human behavior. When the spots on PCH fill up, people tend to turn towards illegal parking, like this right here in the red, creating major safety hazards. However, we can expect to see the city increasing their parking enforcements in an effort to combat this issue.
If there's an area where there's room, say, for a pedestrian to walk, but cars are parked illegally there, now you're stuck between if there's enough room on the one side or having to walk on the traffic side.
Parking enforcement is not the only solution on the table. The city believes that changing the mindset of drivers on PCH will make it safer for those who have to park and walk on it every day. Already, the city is conducting focus groups to figure out what will change the behavior and thinking of drivers on PCH.
So when they drive PCH, the thought is now, let's drive as fast as we can, make noise so everybody looks at me. Instead, ooh, I'm in Malibu, I'm going to slow down and cruise.
The city is asking for the community's help throughout this process to ensure all changes to PCH are effective and reflective of those who use the road the most. And when I spoke to Susan Duenas, she talked about the focus groups, and she actually wants to include Pepperdine students in those because she wants the perspective of not just Malibu residents, but the students who are here for 4 years as well.
Yeah, I think for sure tons of Pepperdine students park along PCH to get to the pier, to the beach, so I think it's definitely important to include them in the conversation.
Completely
That's
agree.
important.
Expanding opportunities, the new college in the works for Pepperdine University.
And meet the student activists making waves in their community and having fun while doing it.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Got a quarter?
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city.
Gear up, guys.
In this week's Sustaining Malibu, after weeks of rain, the sun is out, and so are the Surfrider volunteers.
Sahana is here with details on the student volunteers keeping Malibu beaches clean. Sahana?
The Surfrider Foundation is a nonprofit organization that promotes the protection and enjoyment of the world's oceans. Students passionate about sustainability have brought a new chapter of the organization to Pepperdine.
Catching waves and trash for more than 40 years, the Surfrider Foundation has passionately worked to keep our beaches, oceans, and waves clean.
And it does that through like a giant advocacy group with beach cleanups, policy work, and like protests and stuff like that.
Lucy believes that it is important for the Pepperdine community to get involved in keeping the oceans clean.
I feel like a lot of people know kind of what's going on with the climate and climate change and how that's hurting us, but actually like seeing it in our own community, I think that helps a lot.
The club works with the marine literature class to educate more students about their mission and process to protect beaches.
Surfrider is a very specific way of doing beach cleanup, so showing them how to do that and how that goes into the policy work that we do.
The Pepperdine group collaborates with other LA-based chapters to clean up trash before it hits the ocean.
We collected over 300 pounds of trash on the beach, which was super surprising and ended up being a really successful day.
Apart from beach cleanups, the club is working with the Pepperdine student government to pass eco-friendly initiatives on campus.
Right now we're just passed with the SGA Constitution that we're going to start banning all plastic water bottles on campus.
By doing this, they hope to decrease the plastic waste on campus.
We're trying to maybe implement paper bottles for boxed water instead, just to help minimize the plastic.
For these environmentally focused students, keeping the ocean clean is a rewarding process.
We also do some surfing before or after beach cleanups too, so you give a little to the beach and it gives a little back to you by letting you surf. So
the club will be hosting another beach cleanup at the beginning of April. They encourage anyone interested in joining to follow their Instagram at @PepSurfrider for updates on new events.
I see so many plastic water bottles at Nature's Edge, and it's just, I'm glad to see Pepperdine students doing their part in limiting that. Yeah.
Yes. Definitely. I feel like you go onto campus and everyone is carrying those smart waters, so it seems like a really cool initiative.
And box water is cool.
Yeah, box water is better.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thanks, Sahana.
Of course.
The Pepperdine Board of Regents have approved the establishment of a new college. The College of Health Science is in response to the growing number of students wishing to pursue careers in healthcare fields and the national shortage of healthcare professionals. The school is proposing to launch the first academic tracks, the School of Nursing and a speech pathology program, in August of 2025.
acting, dancing, and singing. Oh my. Claire, what can we expect to see on the stage this week?
Well, definitely a lot, Nora. Take flight this weekend with one of Pepperdine's longest standing traditions. Since 1993, Dance in Flight has brought together students from various backgrounds and interests to share their love for dance. The student-run show features a variety of dancing, including jazz, hip-hop, tap, ballet, and contemporary. This year's performance debuts this Thursday, March 14th, and runs through Saturday, March 16th. Saturday will also include a special celebration with an exclusive red carpet showing of Dance in Flight, the film. Tickets and further details can be found on the Pepperdine website, arts.pepperdine.edu. The Hills of Thousand Oaks are alive this season. The Bank of America Performing Arts Center in Thousand Oaks just announced their 2024 theater season, marking the first full year of shows since COVID. The theater will present 3 musicals this year, including $1 Million Quartet, The Sound of Music, and Little Shop of Horrors. The shows will be performed by the Five Star Theatricals production company and run through the end of October. Tickets, as well as information about each show, can be found on the Bank of America Performing Arts Center website. There's no place like Pepperdine Theater. Follow the Yellow Brick Road this weekend to revisit some of Broadway's greatest hits.
Know the slang you've got to know, so let's start, because you've got an awfully long way to go.
This weekend, Pepperdine presents Contempo, an annual musical theater review. 14 of Pepperdine's own musical theater artists will perform solos and group numbers from contemporary musicals. This year's theme is winning songs from losing shows, highlighting Tony-nominated Broadway shows that did not win. The production features songs from fan favorites like Curtains, Wicked, The Color Purple, and Bonnie and Clyde. Contempo will take place this Saturday, March 16th at 7:30 p.m. in the Lighthouse. Tickets are free and open to the public.
Thank you, Claire. I cannot believe that DIF is already around the corner. One of my best friends is actually the director this year, so I've had the luxury of seeing her practice and choreograph like in her apartment, so it'll be really cool to see it take the stage.
That's awesome.
You know, from what I witnessed, all the dancers work very hard, so I'm excited to see what they've accomplished.
Yeah, Pepperdine has a busy week in entertainment this week, so thanks for filling us in, Claire.
Thank you, Claire. Still ahead, the city floats solutions to the swimming pool saga.
And Racing for a Cause, a community celebrates 4 precious lives through a run in the sun.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book can be the first helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. New lanes have opened new swimming opportunities for Malibu kids. The Malibu Marlins had their first official swim training last night with Coach Eric.
I'm happy the Marlins have gotten some swim time out there.
This team welcomes those interested in competitive swimming and those interested in swimming for exercise and their health. 28 kids have signed up for ages 8 through 13 and 12 swimmers for ages 12 through 17. The team will be able to use the pool 5 days a week, which provides a resolution for the ongoing issues of space availability between the Marlins and the Seawolves.
We're over halfway through basketball season, but Pepperdine's team is undergoing major changes. Jenna, tell us about what's going on.
Thank you, Nora. At the conclusion of the 2023-2024 men's basketball season, Pepperdine announced that the university and the head coach, Lorenzo Romar, will be parting ways. Despite the announcement being made just 2 days before the Waves' first conference tournament game, they fought hard till the end of their season. The 8-seeded Waves faced 9-seed University of Pacific Thursday night, where the final score was one of the largest margins in school history, 102-43. At halftime, the Waves led 56-9, meaning the team could have scored no points in the second half and still led the game by 13 points. Following the Waves' loss to San Diego the next day, which ended their season, 5 Pepperdine Waves have entered the transfer portal. And only 2 high school boys basketball teams have won back-to-back CIF state titles in the Open Division, and Harvard Westlake just became the third. The Open Division is considered the toughest division in the state. The Wolverines went into Saturday's state final against Salesian, ranked number 1 in California, and they defended that title with a 50-45 win. USC-bound Trent Perry scored 17 points for the Wolverines, including the last 8 of the game. The team was led in points by Robert Hinton, who will be attending Harvard in the fall. With this win, the Wolverines finished their season 33-3. And a memorial 5K run and walk was hosted Sunday at Alumni Park in honor of the 4 Pepperdine students whose lives were lost in October. Over the weekend, student and community members gathered and completed 3.1 miles in honor of Deslyn Williams, one of the 4 Pepperdine students who died last year. Deslyn started a run club for her sorority, Alpha Phi, and was training to run a half marathon. Over 300 runners registered to participate in running to commemorate her goal. Malibu Farms, where Deslyn used to work, catered free food, and Pepperdine students designed merchandise, medals, and banners for the event. Alpha Phi members are hoping to continue hosting this 5K in upcoming years to honor Deslyn and her friends, Asha, Neve, and Peyton.
Thank you, Jenna. It is beautiful to see an event come together to not only honor the girls, but give a space for the Pepperdine community to support each other as well.
Yes, It was such a beautiful event. So many people came and supported. It was great.
Yeah, Deslyn's birthday is this Friday, so not only is this the perfect time to have the event, but it was the perfect way to honor her life.
That's so
amazing. We miss her so much.
Yes.
Thank you, Jenna.
Thank you.
With Easter right around the corner, the Cadbury Bunny Contest is up and hopping. Pet owners can submit their furry family members to cast as the star of the chocolate company's bunny commercial. The 32 semi-finalists include Sylvan, a 1-year-old therapy golden doodle, and Peaches, a mini therapy horse from Massachusetts. The public can vote for their favorite pet now through March 23rd, and the competition brackets can be followed on Cadbury's Instagram account. I think that is a very, very cute commercial, and I might try to see if I can get my dog signed up as well.
It is so cute. Cutest overall, for real. That will do it for us this evening.
Have a great night.
That I want to explore in my film is just kind of to rethink love. I think a lot of my peers kind of have a messed up view of love. Maybe it's just me being a hopeless romantic, but I think that a lot of times people